Now to an important topic for teens, girls helping girls. Junior high can be a pretty difficult time. There's puberty and peer pressure, gossip, and of course boys, and that can all lead to a crisis in identity and self-esteem. But it does not have to be that way. Here's NBC's John Larson.
Talking with friends should be fun, but sometimes talk hurts.
I heard people saying, "Oh, yeah, she's so horrible," and blah, 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 blah. And that hurt my feelings a lot, too.
This is Girl Talk, a place where middle school girls share the tough emotional issues of growing up with experts they admire, high school girls.
You can expel those rumors by just being yourself.
It gives a girl a place to go where she knows she can let her hair down.
10 years ago, Haley Kilpatrick was a middle school student who would eat her lunch hiding in the bathroom, all to avoid friends and hurt feelings.
The anxiety was so intense that it was easier to remove yourself. So I was your typical 7th grader who just chose to avoid it.
How about things you enjoy?
When she got to high school, Haley began mentoring middle school girls.
Who's a loudspeaker in this group?
Letting them know there were alternatives to the often mean girl talk of middle school. And then something great happened.
The girls' grades were improving. The guidance counselor actually said, "You've cut my job in half. I think you're onto something." We're going to tell a real-life scenario, and you guys are going to work through it with your groups. Purple is right here at the right.
The word spread, and groups of Haley's Girl Talk are now serving 30,000 girls in 24 states. In places like the Atlanta Girls' School in Georgia.
It's not like talking to teachers or counselors.
No, it's not. Because when you talk to teachers, it's sort of like awkward, and it's like, I really don't want to talk to you right now.
Or here at Laguna Middle School in California.
Did everybody learn something today about friends?
High school girls, under the guidance of an adult, lead discussions ranging from depression to gossip.
And Girl Talk is learning that it's a two-way street. Not only do the younger girls benefit from the older girls' experience, but the older girls are learning how to be leaders.
I would cry.
Like Joanna Schaefer, a 10th grader, so hurt by cyberbullying in middle school that she turned to drugs.
I felt like there wasn't really anything to live for. Like, I couldn't talk to anyone.
She got help and now helps younger girls avoid similar trouble.
For the first time, we're seeing high school girls. They're so excited to be leaders to the middle school girls and say, "Let me tell you how I got through it." And it's really making a difference.
Oh, here's some hearts.
Tackling tough issues with some of the most natural things. Girls sharing, helping, and talking. For today, John Larson, NBC News, Atlanta.
And Haley Kilpatrick is the founder of Girl Talk. Rosalind Wiseman is the author of Queen Bees and Wannabes. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Now, this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart because I've got two girls. One is 20, but the other is just about to enter this. How tough is it, Rosalind, now? Not only did, when Haley was coming up, did they have the problem with girls, but now you add technology and the internet to this.
Right. I mean, how many times have people heard me talk about this? I mean, all the problems that girls had with gossiping and being mean to each other and just not being able to handle each other well has just been exacerbated so much by their addiction to technology and how they're using it to confront each other and make problems bigger instead of smaller. It's exhausting, and it's just like Haley was saying, it's exhausting and anxiety producing to be a teenage girl. And also, it really, as we know, it really talks about what we do with ourselves and how we conduct ourselves when we get older.
Haley, when I think about what you said in that piece, you said that you would sit in the bathroom when you were in junior high and eat your lunch. I mean, so you've walked in their shoes, so you get where they're coming from. When you're talking to them, what's their main concern, these young girls?
The main issues that surround middle school girls are pretty universal. That of mine weren't any different from any other middle school girls.
What kinds of things?
So struggles with self-image. Of course, we have the cyberbullying, social anxiety. That really affects their development as they get to high school.
So what do you say if you've got a kid and you're feeling lost? What do you say to them that lifts them up? I mean, their grades are improving, things are going well. What are you doing right?
Started Girl Talk. They have a high school peer that they can go to that holds them accountable. And these Girl Talk leaders are giving us amazing feedback about what middle school girls are going through on a daily basis. So by providing them with a high school mentor, I think that lifts them up.
Is there a component, though, Haley and Rosalind, where parents can be part of this to help facilitate this?
Well, I mean, parents are absolutely incredibly important. I think the thing that is wonderful about mentoring programs that work is that kids feel like they can't really talk to adults like we saw on the video, because if they talk to adults, it's going to make the problem worse, which is not necessarily the case, but it's that feeling. And so what mentors do, what good mentoring programs do, like this, is that they say, okay, we're going to be able to help you through this transition, and also we're going to be able to help you think that not all adults are completely clueless, which is really important.
Yeah, and I think the girl in the piece who talked about how she turned to drugs, I mean, I found that kind of surprising. I mean, when you think, is that a common problem that you're seeing in these schools, that girls feel so desperate that they turn that way?
Well, the issues are all across the board, and as you heard her story, I mean, she was amazing to share it. But having a program where they can come together and they can openly talk about it, and they do have adults. There are guidance counselors and teachers that are actively involved, so they do come together and realize the guidance counselor is in the loop.
And do you see this moving up into college and beyond?
Absolutely. The chapter in California, the young girl that was a leader actually started a chapter.
And I love that it's helping you guys, because you guys, I can see you growing and maturing as you're standing before those young girls. So the mentors get a lot out of this deal as well, right?
I think probably more so than anyone.
Really? Hey, and I know you guys have a big crowd. There's a crowd of their girls outside somewhere. I think you took a picture with them outside.
From the
and I actually just saw them try to sprint behind you guys to a little TV time. But they're terrific.
Maybe Haley and Rosalind, you guys help us start a girl talk here at NBC.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, guys. Haley, thank you so much. Rosalind, thank you very much.